Hello lovelies, and welcome to my channel. This is Christina, my intuitive sense and my 2 cents. Well, I really didn't expect to be doing another reading so quickly, and I'm again not sure where this is going to go. It's just an inner prompting, so we'll see what comes forth. There definitely is a specific topic. First of all, last night, I go to sleep quite late generally, so I think it was probably, I don't know what time I saw it, maybe around 1 in the morning, my time. Actually, it was through a Substack blog that I'm subscribed to, and the name of it was, first of all, breaking news that Epstein did not kill himself, and there's no client list. And I literally felt this, not shock, but just like, are you serious? Are they literally trying to pull this off? To say that there's no client list? I mean, they really do think that humanity are sheep. And a lot are, but not all. And they really think that we are dumb. They really feel that they control us on every level. They truly believe that we all have cognitive dissonance. I mean, they pulled the pandemic over many. So I can see how they continue to believe that most of us are. Totally unaware or totally controllable. It just sort of, I'm not angry about it. I don't really have a huge emotion in a sense of like where it will, overtake me in any way. It's just kind of like enough is enough with this narrative, this story continue. And I'm not really speaking to humanity. I'm not just speaking to the government or all the elites or the beings that pull the strings. I'm speaking to everybody. This has to be, in my view and my hope, a catalyst for humanity to say, what the F? Like, it's almost laughable. Except for that there are many on this planet who have suffered, even though it was their role, have suffered under these regimes that have been in place and what they have done to them. I'm not going to go into explaining all of that. A lot of you people already have awareness of this, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google it. Just Google PDFs, the elites, satanic ritual, just Google and go down the rabbit hole if you're really someone that has no clue yet about it. But I mean, I read her blog, and then they have released some videos. Now, I only had a link. It was supposed to show a lot of different things, showing the inside of the cell to prove that nothing happened. No one came in. No one murdered him. He killed himself, etc. And it's like, the video that I watched, which covers about 10-hour span. No, I didn't watch 10 hours of it. Or maybe it was like 8 hours or something like that. I would go a little bit to see if there was any change or anything. And I found a few little changes that didn't make sense. Now they said that all they did was like enhance it for better quality, etc. First of all, why do they have such crappy quality inside of a prison? Crappy cameras? Okay. So they're not very good cameras, really. In this day and age, inside a prison, with all the money they make, come on. Anyway, so I saw a few little things I questioned. Yes, there was not a lot of activity, but the one thing that I was also watching was to see if there was any editing done. And at certain points where I saw this very pixelated fluctuations, I said something's happened here, for sure. And also the video that they were showing, it wasn't to his cell. It was to another area, behind the door 46 was a hallway, obviously, that people went in and out of. But who's to say that was the only entryway? Maybe to that part, but we didn't see Epstein's cell. Now, apparently there's some other pictures. I haven't seen them yet, but I had seen some before. And there is no way they are going to show you what really happened. They're just not. I'm just flabbergasted. That's the word. I'm just flabbergasted that they really are trying to pull this off. I understand why. I totally understand why. Because they're trying to hold on. They are trying to hold on. They're holding on by their fingernails right now to not be exposed to who they really are and what they've really done. All of the children and anyone else, women, etc., but the children especially, that's the biggest crime. That were victims of the Epstein client list still exist. Well, a lot of them no. Sorry, a lot of them are not here anymore. But there is a lot of them that still are. And a lot of them are grown up at this time. Some of them are still out there that are being bought and sold. I really hope this is a catalyst for those who are a little bit older now to just come out of the shadows. There are some out there, but there needs to be more. They need to be the collective. They need to stand up and say, this is who bought me. This is who I was trafficked to. I mean, they state that Epstein trafficked more than 1,000 young girls and whatever other crimes that he did. What, all by himself? Just for himself? No. How can there be no client list? Who did you traffic them to? I'm pretty sure a 6-year-old could figure this out or ask these questions. And they're trying to pull this over on us. And Ghislaine Maxwell's in jail for what? Well, he didn't need an assistant. He didn't need a partner. He didn't need anybody to arrange anything because there's no client list. Who did they traffic them to? Ghosts? Well, a lot of them are shadow beings. A lot of them are dark beings. A lot of them are demons. Yeah, okay. But still, it's somebody. There's still a list. Several months ago, well, I guess it's several months ago now. I don't remember exactly, but I would say it was probably a few weeks before Kash Patel, who I had no knowledge of this person. I did not know who he was, never heard of him, never seen him. But anyways, he was made the director of the FBI. Well, I had this dream which I don't recall it completely right now, but there was this man that came. I don't know if he came looking for me or he just all of a sudden appeared in my life. And he was very dominant, very arrogant, very two-faced is what I got from it, or what I recall. And I remember his face right in front of mine, and so I could see him very clearly. I could see exactly what he looked like. I don't remember all that took place in there, but I think that's all I really needed to remember, because a lot of time in dreams, you just kind of you remember what you need to remember. You can look at the symbolism or, kind of like tune in and see what message you get, basically because it's you speaking to you, and, how does that relate to you, or what is the message? And sometimes things are prophetic, sometimes things are, you're seeing so-called future, even though all time exists simultaneously. So, anyways, I woke up and I did not remember who this man was. Like, I didn't know who he was in the dream, so I'm not going to know who he is, in the waking state. Until the next day, I think it was the next day, I saw this picture, or maybe it was a video that popped up, and there he was. And I said, who is this guy? And he had the same expression on his face, his eyes. His name was Kash Patel. And I thought, oh my gosh, who is this person? Of course, I started to explore so that I could learn about him. I thought, why in the heck would he be in my dream? What was he showing me? Now, I listened to some interviews and things like that, and it sounded like he was the person who was going to come in and he was going to do big disclosure. He was not going to hide anything from humanity. He wasn't going to hide anything from the public. He was going to go in and he was going to reveal whatever was necessary that he felt that we needed to know. That's what I picked up from him. That's where I thought, oh, maybe now it's going to happen. Here's the change. Here's the shift. And what has he shown? Complete 150% opposite. And it's amazing that they try to pull this off in so many ways when we have the internet. We have the internet. Never mind mainstream media. They're all run by CIA. They have all the same scripted program. And yes, they're also in the internet, etc. But there's way more independent people. There's way more just the public out there cheering. So you really can't hide anything. It can be found. If it's not found on the main internet, it's found on the dark web. And many people have good memories. Many people document. Some people are like, it's their life's work to research and document and deep dive. Some are addicted to doing that. But you know what? They come in handy at certain times. And right now, there's going to be a lot of people are going to come out. So they think they just closed this case, swept it under the rug, and say, bye-bye, okay, that's the end of it, no more talk. Yeah, no, absolutely not. Humanity, do not allow it. And I say this for the purpose of not to cause chaos or violence or revenge or anything like that. It's to shift our consciousness, to wake up, remember who we are. And remember the power that lies within us. And as a collective, we can transcend anything. So I haven't really tuned in to see what's happening out there, but I'm sure there are enough people who are going to be speaking up about this. And yeah, I'm going to observe it. There's connections here. There's a tapestry happening here with the Diddy Theater show and what they pulled off there, whatever you want to call it. There's similar things going on there. Diddy had a lot of evidence on people. He may be, as they say, allegedly FBI informant. So he has a lot of documentation, some that he probably shared with them because that was his job to do, and then others he did for himself, for his own preservation, for his own protection. And they probably knew that. This is why they went in and confiscated a lot of videos and tapes and things from his residences. But I'm sure he's smart enough to have distributed or scattered it around for other people to come forth if something happens to him. Or that they're on the dark web and all they have to do is that there's going to be a trigger point or a switch and bait, or something's going to happen and then it's going to be put out there. And as many have already said, the Diddy list and the Epstein list is very similar. There's probably a lot of the same people. Maybe on the Diddy list you have a lot more in the celebrity world there, but you also have the elites, politicians, everybody. People in so-called power. Well, that power is diminishing. So, my intuitive sense on all of this is that something big is brewing in that world, our world as well. It speaks to our shadow side. It speaks to our unawakened side. It speaks to our sovereignty. It speaks to what is happening on the planet and where we're going as a species at this time. It speaks to change. It's really a time of revelation in the sense of that which has been hidden must now be revealed. To what extent, I don't know. I don't feel that everything, every single detail has to be revealed, but enough for people to go, wait a minute. Nah, no more. The many have been controlled by the few. And this is not about control. It's about unity, oneness. When we harm another, we harm ourselves. And this accumulates over time and space within your being, your multidimensional self. It will come to pass. It will happen that it must reveal itself. And we're not talking about something that's recent. We're talking about thousands of years here. Things have existed. We can only see what we see right now. But there's a lot that we haven't seen or been privy to or have chosen not to look, to have covered our eyes. Wake up, people. Wake up, humanity. Remember the power that you have within you. let's see how this unfolds. This is more my 2 cents, a little bit of my intuitive sense, but my intuitive sense is that this is going to shake up things. And I hope that we can do it with not malice in our hearts, but love for your brother and sisters and for life. Well, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see what happens. I might do a follow-up, or I might not. We'll have to observe and see what takes place. I will end with this. And I think this has been put out there by a few people, some people just suspecting, some people maybe have more information. But I know it's already put out there. Jeffrey Epstein is alive and well. Not in North America, but he's alive and well. And he's watching the show. And they want to put this all to rest, because I feel that it's so close to being revealed, and they're going to do everything that they can to stop it. Don't let them. You might think this is outside of you. It's not really. It's within you. It's your shadow side. It's your own awakening that is trying to surface. We have great opportunity here right now. We have an opportunity for great change, for a planetary shift in consciousness. Let's see how it goes. Sending you all much love and blessings. Take care.